All right, a lot of this is going to sound redundant because I'm doing a video on YouTube right now and I'm going to explain the biggest, dumbest trade that I'm possibly going to take because now it's paid for and there's no risk to me whatsoever. So let me explain. Gambling on options is a trade that never works, ever. You're paying too much for the option, plus you're guessing what the stock's going to do because nobody knows. Nobody knows anything about anything. Upgrades or downgrades, downgrades or upgrades, right? There's a tariff, this, tariff, that, tweet this, tweet that. Nobody knows anything, right? We all can admit that, right? The only thing that works is VWAP, range breaks, fear, greed, and momentum. And you throw all that together. The VWAP trumps every trade there is. So I'm going to do a trade today just to prove that it doesn't work. Even though my gut is telling me I hate the stock market. I think I'm in the imminent crash. I'm on the imminent crash camp right now. I'm in the Harvey Dent crash. I'm in the Mannarino crash camp, right? He's been wrong for 12 years. I'm going to be right because now I'm in that camp. I'm in the bomb shelter camp right now. I'm getting canned goods and weapons ready. So what does that mean? Am I shorting stocks? Absolutely not. Let me tell you what we did today. Okay. Well, the first trade today was MIK short. Okay. You want to take a look at it in the chart, I suggest you join me in the room so you can see these charts. But anyway, I'll walk you through it. MIK, this is a company that sells art supplies. Me and my daughter are there all the time. It was a joke yesterday. Somebody mentioned it. I was like, yeah, that actually does look like a decent stock that could possibly squeeze. And whatever, it was, meandering around on the upswing yesterday with some option activity and some takeover rumors or whatever it was. And lo and behold, the stock did pop 20%. So immediately flashes, you got to be shorting it. Any stock that's up 20% looking for shorts. Does that mean I'm going to short it just because it's up 20%? Why couldn't it be up 30, 40, 50, 70, 100, 1,000%? Of course it could be. So we're waiting for a reason to short it, right? What's that reason? It chops around the VWAP and breaks the opening range. So as soon as it broke the 930 candle low, once it convinces you that the stock's going to be weak, what convinces you? Can't hold the VWAP, right? So you're a shorter at that price, and you're using VWAP as your out. So at that point, you were shorting a stock there at $6.67, and your stop was $6.85. So let's do easy math. Let's say it was $6.65 and 85. You're risking 20 cents, and the first target for us was basically, I'll give you the first target, 604. So you're shorting something at 666, let's say 665. You're risking 20 cents to make about 65 cents. Not a bad risk reward, right? Guess what? Here it is, $6. Covered it, made some money. Okay, next trade, right? Again, we got the VWAP break on the short for the MIK. All right, what's the next one, right? Let's go right to the one that we just did, was COUP, C-O-U-P, right? Stocks gapped up, immediately thinking, I'm probably going to want to short this at some point today. But it's ripping at the open. No reason to want to go short. Then I wasn't paying attention. There was one trade right here. You could have shorted at 152.39 for a VWAP break, and it went down to 150.70. So even in that little tiny move, you would have made something just on the VWAP break, and then you would have got stopped out of the rest. But then came the best move of the day. You started getting an uptrend, and then suddenly somebody came along, and look at this huge candle at 11.05. That's a guy who's got some shares, got some volume, and he wants to get out. So boom, back under the VWAP. Now you're thinking, hey, what was that candle all about? I don't know. I don't care. It broke back under the VWAP. Now I'm thinking about shorting this thing again. So then it tries to break, rallies, but in this moment right there, if you want to look at the chart at at 11.18 this morning, you tried to break the VWAP one more time and you start to roll over. On the rollover is where you want to short it because now you're below the VWAP and you're below the range that it just held on the first attempt to sell off. So now you're a shorter at 151.50 using your VWAP and the prior candles above it as a stop. So let's say you shorted 400 shares at 151.50. You're putting a stop at 152.50 for 200, and then back above here at 152.75. So obviously you're risking a buck and a quarter but you're trading $150 stock and your first target was down at 146.24. So what's the risk reward? You're risking a buck and change to try to make 4 or 5. Wham! Another trade, winner. All right, let's go back to the PDD. Stock's been chopping around. We don't know what to make of it. But then it goes back under the VWAP. You're thinking, maybe I short it, but it never breaks that range. So now I'm thinking, hey, now we got risk reward in our favor to buy the stock instead of looking for it to roll over, because now I can buy it at 33.65 using the 33.56 as you're out. So now I'm in it long, and I'm buying options because I like it that much because it's breaking all-time highs. So I'm buying the stock here, and I'm buying the $35 calls for next week. And I'm going to get to that because that trade's probably not going to work, because buying options sucks. Swing trading sucks. Owning stocks suck. But we'll get to that point, because what we do during the day pays for all of the other shitty ideas that we're going to take, because anything other than VWAP breaks and range breaks are shitty trades. That's it. If they don't work 80% of the time, which these trades do, everything else by definition sucks. Okay? Even this PDD, right? I was joking around about shorting it to play a little pullback, and look what it did. It went down and pulled back right there, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're in it. But my moral of this story right now is that if you want to throw money out the window, use the money that you're making on these high probability trades, like your PDD long and your ENPH that we had at the VWAP break, and you scrape together, 20-cent trade out of that one. This one wasn't as hot as the other one, but again, breaks back above the VWAP, you get a nice spike, you make some money on there. You might have got stopped out of the VWAP, but maybe you didn't, because if you were using the VWAP trade, usually I'm going candle low below the VWAP, so maybe you're still in the ENPH long. And again, that was an amazing swing trade short that we had. Anyway, you guys were talking about that one. You gave me that idea, guys out there in cyberspace. But let's go back to the PANW, P-A-N-W. Here I am thinking about shorting it. As soon as the market opens up, I'm shorting it. I'm shorting it. By the way, look at the coop, the way it bounced right off the multi-day VWAP. If you're trading without VWAP and multi-day VWAPs, you are doing something wrong. So I've got trades that work 80%, 90%, 199.7% of the time. You're not going to find any other trade ever, anywhere in the history of trading that work better than these. So whatever you think you found or figured out, you're not going to beat these trades. It's been 7 years now. They work over 80% of the time. And the ones that don't work, you're taking minimal losses because your entry points are right at pivot points. So if it doesn't continue off that trade, if it doesn't follow through, then guess what you're doing? You're punching out of the trade for a quick loss. But then you get your coops for 3 points. You get your PDDs for $1. And the ones that do work compensate for your small little losses. See, the profitable trader has small losses and large gains. The loser trader takes these little tiny losses because he's so nervous, and then he lets the one trade get away from him, and he blows 8 little good trades on one bad shitty trade. We do the complete opposite of that. So now, here's where we are. I told you I wanted to tell you about the biggest trade I'm going to have on. Not the biggest trade, because I'm not that stupid, okay? But it's a trade that I'm using my gut, my feel, my instincts, my hatred of the sector and the stock market right now. And all of those reasons to do a trade are completely wrong. But I'm doing it anyway, just to test it out. Every 6 months I get in this mood, you know what? Let me just put an options trade on before the earnings come out, because that always works. Just let me give you my percentage return on this. I'm 0 for 720 over 19 years. 0 for 720. Cost me at least $1 million trading options before earnings reports. But here I am again. Gonna try it again because I never learn. But at least now I'm paying for this dumb idea with the profits from the day traders. So now if it all goes completely shitty, oh, I haven't mentioned the Starbucks one either yet. So Starbucks reports bad numbers, right? Starbucks, right? You want to look at these charts later back at home for you guys that are following along at home. The Starbucks, right? Oh my God, Starbucks, and the Starbucks, and the numbers, and the numbers, and the fucking numbers, and the number. Who gives a shit? Nobody cares about the numbers. The numbers are old. Nobody cares about the guidance because the guidance is fake. Nobody cares about the analysts because the analysts are paid criminals. The only thing that means anything is the VWAP break. But I thought the Starbucks had bad numbers. Yeah, then why is it coming out of the bottom range? But the numbers and the analysts downgraded it. Yeah, then why is it breaking the VWAP? I don't know. Buy it. Why is it breaking the last range where it came from? I don't know. Buy it. Why is it breaking the high of the day? I thought the numbers were bad. I don't know. Buy it. That's trading. That's trading. PanW. I don't know why. I just hate the stock. There's no reason to be hating the stock. There's no reason. The chart's not saying a thing really right now. I think this thing's going down to $173.50 tonight. Just a gut, just a feel. No reason, no rhyme. I look at this chart. To me, it's screaming short. I hate the sector. I think internet security stocks are a scam. I think the market's on the verge of a crash any day. So I want to be buying puts on this piece of shit that I've hated my entire career. That's it. There's my premise. But I'm paying for most of this trade now with the profits on a long trade from PanW. By the way, that PDD did pull back to 20 cents that I was saying. So anyway, if you're in the PDD short by any chance, now you want to cover here at $34. Chances are it's going to pull that back to $33.88 because the stocks are stuck in a range. That's why this is the greatest time to be trading in the history of America. This is the greatest time to be trading ever. You don't need to hold. You don't need to gamble on options before earnings reports. You don't need to know anything else other than fear, greed, momentum, and the entire market is rigged. It's rigged, built on algorithms. But if you use the VWAP, I would say more and more people and algorithms and quant firms are using what we use. And we've been using it better than they've been using it. And now it's starting to show itself. These trades are working relentlessly just based on the fact that they're breaking through VWAPs and ranges. And that's what I teach. The first thing you need to know, and it's like rehab for traders. The first thing you need to know is you don't know shit. You don't know shit. And you're never going to know. You're fighting everybody. You're fighting the guy who's controlling the flow to the stock. You control the analysts who can manipulate it, the algorithms that can manipulate it. You don't know anything. First rule of trading, you don't know anything. You just do what the market is telling you to do. And when do shorts get nervous? When they break the VWAP. So no matter what you thought, oh, this PanW, yeah, you're right, it's trending down. Oh my God, you're right about this. This man looks like blah, blah, blah. Oh, but then it's breaking the VWAP. Cover your short. But I thought you said it was going down. I don't care what I just said. It's breaking the VWAP. Cover your short and go long. Wham! You make 3 points on the trade. Now, you take that money. Now, if you think the PanW is going to be bad tonight, now you can buy another 2 puts on it because you just made money on a long trade on a stock that now you're going to short. That's how to do this. And if you're not doing that, don't do this stuff. If you're not using VWAP on your charts while you're trading, don't do this stuff. If you're not coming to my room at this point after me doing it, been doing this broadcast since 2007, you think there's a reason I'm still doing this? The shit works. And the fact that my dad held Cisco for 22 and a half years and made $35 million on the trade, but that's another story. These trades work. I'm sitting here every day for 3 hours, banging them out. I got a kid, the guy's he's on the spectrum. He's half blind and he's deaf and he's kicking ass. I got this guy in Africa. He sends me smoke signals. Look at him right there. He's selling out of his PanW right now. I see it. He's using smoke signals and trading this setup and he's making money. Sick. These are the greatest trades ever. So whatever you think you're going to go do, whatever you think's going to happen, Whatever you think you know.
Oh, about this drug that they're coming out. Oh, look at the analysts. Oh, the EBITDA.
You don't know shit. You don't know shit. You're never going to know shit. And no matter what school you went to or what degree you have on the wall, you don't know shit. Because how many times can the market prove that nobody knows anything? Because where were they in 1999?
Oh, it's a new market. This is the way we get to price everything. Everything's going to 6,000. The Dow's going to 4 million. This is the way it is now.
Is it? Is it?
Oh, so what? Oh, everybody's losing their homes. Oh, God, it's going to be all right. Bear Stearns is fine. Lehman Brothers is going to be fine.
Was it? Was it?
No, Enron, WorldCom.
How about some Chinese coal companies? How about the environmental companies? How about everything coming out of China? How about the tweets? If the whole market can be manipulated by one tweet, what kind of encouragement does that give you to be involved in this bullshit? Trading, liquidity is the only escape. It's the only escape, my friends. It's the only escape. Take your 3-point trading coup, pat yourself on the back. Look what I just did. And now you shut the computer. You take your 2 points on the Pan W and you shut your computer. You hammer some MIK. My boy here is, I don't know if he's bullshitting, 100,000 shares at 660 cost average. The guy's up 60 grand on this one trade here. I mean, if you trade 100,000 share blocks, that's insane. Whatever. The trade is the trade. It was right there for you. This is an extravaganza going on. This is like 1999, but better, because rational thought is actually coming into the market. You wonder why? Everybody's like,
why is Uber going down every day? What happened to Lyft? I thought Lyft's quarter was pretty good.
What do you know? What do you know about the Lyft quarter? Because they announced some number and some analysts said, well, that number was better than the number that we thought. What number? They lose $6 billion a second. Uber should be a $3 stock, if that. Lyft is a zero. They're completely worthless. So the fact that they're going down makes me feel like maybe this market is a little bit more rational than I thought, because those stocks should be going down every day, like your Upwork and your Slack and all the other bullshit IPOs that they're so nice. You think these companies are trying to be nice to you? They're trying to help you? They're doing the IPO to dump their shitty stock onto you. We've had our fun. Here, take our scraps. Maybe the stock will go up. Chances are it won't. How's that NIO working out for you? How's that Levi's working out for you? How's that Uber working out for you? How's that Lynx working out for you? How's that Lyft working out for you? How's that Work working out for you? How's that Real working out for you? How's that Chewy working out for you? How's that, Pinterest is not too bad. How's that Upwork working out for you? How's that Dropbox working out for you? How's that Box working out for you? How's that Silk working out for you? I can go down the list. How's that Tiger working out for you?
I got to get some Levi's. Ooh, yeah, I got to own a stock that's a 1,000-year-old company. Who gives a shit? They're dumping their shitty stock onto you. This whole market is completely worthless. Trade. Be liquid and be part of the manipulation. Do not be manipulated by this bullshit. Because the smoke and mirrors are going to break. And the smoke's going to fade. And we're going to realize that none of this shit is real. And there's going to be a 40% drop. And you're going to be like, oh, wow. Oh, shit. Oh, man. I guess the buy on dip didn't work this time. Oh, God. Wow. I don't understand. But they said the economy was doing fine.
The only thing the only thing that's positive about this guy is that it's all fake news. But that's what makes it so disturbing. It's only fake if you don't like it, right? No. It's all fake. Numbers. Gives a shit about the numbers.
Oh, the Michaels company had a blowout quarter.
Did it? So did Lyft.
25 points ago. You got to be kidding, people. It's one big Ponzi scam. And as much as I've been saying how I love silver, right? Loving the silver, you got to maybe take some profits on the silver here. All right? I'm not selling. Okay? But if you're in the silver or the SLV or the USLV or the AGQ and you're sitting on this profit, yeah, you got to be selling some of this right now. I think silver, we're going to bust out again after consolidation. But everything right now is telling me you don't want to be involved in the market. And I used to make fun of the silver people, 5 years ago in the 40s, or was it 10 years ago at this point? But down there at 12 and 13 and 14, it made some sense. And now we finally got our move. Now, I'm not selling. I'm buying coins and I'm buying, 1 ounce bars or whatever. But if you're a trader, now's the time you could use this opportunity to hedge yourself a little bit. But anyway, let's go back to the question at hand. So I wanted to tell you about the PANW. I hate this sector. You understand? What do they do? What do they do? All you hear is hacking. Our election was hacked. Your credit card was hacked. Your computer was hacked. You got a guy telling him, I get an email every 3 days about these guys who know all my porn history and they're going to unleash it to the public if I don't pay them. So I sent them an email of a picture of my dick. I was like, not only do I not care if you expose my porn history to the public, that's my dick for you right there. We got that kind of shit going on. You got ransomware. You got the malware. What do these companies do? They do nothing. They're worthless. So that's why I'm shorting PANW going into the number. And that's my premise. But is this my favorite trade? I don't even think it's going to work. And I'm still doing it because I paid for the trade by trading other stocks today that are good trades. You want to lose some money? At least use the money that you took from the good trade. Do you want to throw half of it out the window? If not all of it, that's your psychotic knot. That's your psychotic notion. You want to take all these great trades and just throw them out the window tonight? That's crazy. 50%, stupid idea, but I'm doing it anyway, just to show you that it won't work. And I'm telling you, this trade's not going to work. Because PANW, not only is it not going to go down, oh man, this thing's going to come out with some blowout quarter, new government contracts, and 17 upgrades. Stock will be trading probably, north of 230 today. And I'll be sitting there with a nice $7,000 loss. But I'm doing it! Woo! Woo! I'm doing it anyway. Doing it. All right. That much and much, much more. That and much, much more. September 7th. So if you want to get psychotic with me and you want to learn how to manipulate the manipulators, join me on September 7th. It's the best $350 you'll ever spend. You get another month and a half with me. I'm going to show you how these trades work 80% of the time or more. And then, again, if you choose to throw that money away, that's your decision. Because I will throw some other trades out there, but I always qualify that this trade is not one of the ones that I'm always talking about. 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversals, they work 80% of the time. Like a Starbucks. Like a Starbucks long. Just a phenomenal trade going on right here. Starbucks long. And it's still down. But I thought Starbucks had bad numbers. Did it? Did it? Did it? Who cares? Consolidated under the VWAP and broke. You're a buyer. And now your stop is $95.16. 95.37 actually. These trades are out there. And then we get the guy who comes in, it's 9:30. He's sitting there salivating. Oh, where's the trades? Where's the trades? Where's the trades? Oh my God, it's 9:45. I haven't found anything. Oh my God, this is terrible. Chill. Chill. They form. They come. Starbucks wasn't a good trade until 10:22. Really, yeah. 10:28. Could you wait an hour to make $1,000? PANW. I mean, most of these trades were around an hour in. Pan W short right out of the gate because I was just looking to short it. Yeah, I understand, and it worked. I got lucky. Lucky than good. But MIK, even the MIK, look at the MIK chart. First, they had to get done chopping around, and then you play the reaction. The reaction breaking under the VWAP and that prior low range, which was 673. Bang. You couldn't wait. You couldn't wait, what, till this one was at 949. I remember I used to race to work. I used to go to the city. I'd have to get up at 6 in the morning. I could sit on a bus for an hour and 45 minutes because I didn't want to miss the jobs report. Oh, God, I'm not going to get there by 8:30. Then the jobs report would come out. The futures would spike. We'd miss it anyway. I'm like, why did I just race to work? Because I wouldn't wind up doing anything anyway. Yeah, by the way, Lumber Liquidators and Ameren, just two stocks that are just baffling right now. Don't know why either one of those are ever going up, but Lumber Liquidators just being squeezed. That's the end of the story. Why is Lumber Liquidators, right? The conspiracy here with the Lumber Liquidators is that, first of all, there was a accounting fraud, and that their wood, not only did it have asbestos in it, but it also had the ground up bones of the Chinese workers that were sifting through the rubble of the disposed of computer system stuff. Remember that story? These little Chinese kids and the mercury and the whole thing. Well, after they died and it was covered up, they were ground up into Lumber Liquidators wood products. That's the story. But hey, the stock stopped going down and it broke out from 750. Next thing you know, it's breaking a range and the squeeze is on. So what? They kill children to create their wood and they cause asbestos and lung cancer. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Stock's going up. There it is. There's your explanation. How come? I don't understand. Why is it going up? Because it held the multi-day right there, and then it broke over the 1 minute, and then it broke the opening range. That's all you need. That's all you need. That's the answer to every question. I don't understand. I don't understand why. But I don't understand. They had a terrible quarter. How is this even going up? Please, somebody mention the word EBITDA to me one more time. Bring it. Bring me some EBITDA. I don't understand. How come that stock went down the other day? You had a blowout quarter and the guidance was up. Good. And the guidance. Dollar Tree, right? DLTR the other day, right? Blowout quarter, short squeeze, analyst upgrade, and they raised their forward guidance. What did the stock do that day? Oh, rolled over and died. Why? I don't understand. I don't get it. How come all the weed stocks started going down? I don't understand. Isn't it the next $1 trillion industry? How come all the stocks suck now? Because you suck. That's why. Nobody knows anything. That's the premise. Nobody knows shit except VWAP breaks. Lumber Liquidators was a buy. PDD was a buy. Coop was a sell. MIK was a sell. IQ was a short. PDD became a long. Uber was a long. And obviously, here we are, debating whether or not how much money to throw out the window this tonight on the Pan W puts on a hunch and a notion. So I wanted to let you guys know that's what I'm doing, right? I also own PDD right now as well, okay? And get this, I'm thinking about holding it, PDD. All-time highs, just consolidated and kind of broke out again. So in theory, that's a good time to own a stock, right? Yeah, sure it is. Let's see how that one works out. But anyway, look at your MIK, got down to the multi-day VWAP. That was a decent cover. And right now you're headed into the middle of the day. Nothing's really happening. PDD, slowly giving back that nice move. Here's your 34. You should be wrapping up the day now. You come back at 3 o'clock, see how things are working out. Maybe there's a couple of range breaks, but most of your trades are going to happen 9:30 to 12:30. And today, it was the 10:30 to 12 o'clock move. That was the best of the day. Every day slightly different, but you're going to want to trade multi-day VWAP, 1 minute VWAP range breaks. And that's the only trade you should ever do. Ever. All right? That's my time. If you need me, thewarlock@hitthebig.com. Email me. Tell me your story, what you want to do. Because if you're out there looking for someone to help you, you found them. All right? Oh, he's so off-putting sometimes. Am I? Am I off-putting? Oh, you're so curt. You're very curt and condescending often. Am I? It's off. It's just trading. At 4 o'clock, I go back to being my happy-go-lucky self, skipping around my house like a freaking lunatic, taking Calgon baths, lighting candles. Once the day is over, you shut it down, get into the bathtub, light the candles, have a cigarette or whatever you do. But when you're in battle mode, this is how you got to be. Farewell, my friends. Farewell. It's been a fantastic day. I'll see you guys. We'll see where these PanW options are at the end of the day. And then we'll watch in horror, as the stock goes up, not just 5 points, not just 10, not just 20. I'll say PanW goes up 27 points in my Fotch tonight. But it doesn't matter because I'm buying puts. So the worst case scenario is I get annihilated on the puts. I'm not going to go into the number short the stock. I'll be in the 197.50 puts, and I'm probably going to just, maybe sprinkle in the 177.50, and I'll sell those. So the idea is I'm buying in 197.50s right now for $7.50, and I'm selling the 177.50s for $1. So if all goes completely wrong, I'm out $6.50 on however many contracts I have. I'm not going to divulge my $1 trillion trade that I'm about to put on, or my $600 trade, whichever it is. But the trade is the trade. I have one more thing to say before we go. Coop was an amazing cover. That was amazing. Simply amazing. PanW. Where was it? Oh, no, we were doing the rest of the math. So if I'm in the 197.50s at $7.50, my break even is 190. So I'm thinking the stock goes to 177.50. So after 190, it's all profit, right? So we want it to go to 177.50. So do the math, it's 12.50. So I'm risking $6.50 to attempt to make $12.50. But I need the stock to get to 177.50 or nearby that area. And the chances of it happening are 0. So I'm just letting you know. But every once in a while, I just feel like gambling. And I really, really hate that stock, and I hate that sector. And that's it. I just want to let you guys know. And that's about it, Other than that, stick to the high-quality trades. Some of these stocks have been really, really, really nice dip buys. Funko, phenomenal. Every time that stock gets into the low 20s, buy it, pops 3 points. You can make a living off that stock. Same thing with this Upwork, 1385, a huge spot for it. Once again, bounced off it again. That's 3 times. So if you could find stock to travel in a range, those are the ones you want to maybe swing trade, because then you got your entry, you know where you're looking for it to get to the top of the range, and if it breaks the bottom of the range, it's not like you're taking a beat down because you're buying it near the bottom. All that and much, much more, people. You're not going to find somebody out there. And again, nobody does what I do. Nobody does this. Tim Sykes ain't offering you a month to hang out with him, to see how he does. Call Jason Bond, see if he's into that. I told you about the Tim Sykes challenge, right? I challenged him. I was like, look, if you could show me some stuff that works and give me a few trades that could get me going, I'll give you twice as much as you want for your subscription. And they said no. So what does that tell you? They wanted $5,500 for their Tim Sykes challenge, right? And I said, I'll give you $11,000 if you let me hang out for a month and a half and show me some winning trades. I'll sign up and I'll pay for 2 subscriptions. And they said no. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Does it tell you anything? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you're the guy that sees a commercial on one of my videos from somebody else, and because they paid $1 million to advertise, you think that's where you should go? I guess that's what advertising is for, right? To sucker you in to the wrong thing. Because if you're not using VWAP and doing range breaks, you're trading completely wrong. Because nothing I've ever seen for 25 years works 80% of the time. Nothing. So again, I might be bearish the market and the crash may never come. Does that matter? Hasn't mattered to Greg Mannarino or Harvey Dent, right? We're talking about the same thing that they've been saying now since 2009. We're going to crash. That as soon as the market bounced, they've been saying since 2010, imminent crash, imminent crash. Like it's going to happen, imminent. You know what that word means? Imminent. Like it's here we are, any second now. And now, what is it? 9 years later. Now, maybe you could use that word imminent. But none of that matters. Who gives a shit, right? Trade. And then if you want to pretend that you know stuff, at least use your trading profits to throw out the window on what you think you know. Because you don't know. You don't know nothing. And if you think the lawyers are here to protect you, or the FINRA, or the SEC, come on. They're in on it. They're all complicit. You think the rating agencies are on it? They're the ones that caused the crash in 2009. Nobody in this industry is here to help you except me. Have a nice day. Email me. I'll let you hang out. You got 2 years and 3 months, and I'm out. Because I'm going to be sailing away on my sailboat with my crew, find an island, plop down there, grow some weed and some vegetables and fruits, and that's how I'm living. Whether my wife and kids come with me, I'm not sure, but we'll get to that in a couple of years. But for now, get involved. I've never, ever seen trading this good in my life. And I've seen every environment. I'm going to be, 48? Put my first trade on in the 5th grade. I've been watching the market a long time. It's all this. And this last move that's been straight up for 11 years, it's not going to end well. And if I'm wrong about that, doesn't matter because I have nothing. Nothing on right now. What trades did I do today? Oh, I'll tell you. PDD long, 33.56, sold it at 34.20. And we're still long a little bit. I got Coop short at 152.50, covered it at 147.50. Had IQ, that was a flat trade. What was the other one? MIK short, 666, sign of the devil, covering at 6. That was one of my faves because that was a nice gap fading on a bullshit earnings report. And then you had a couple that I didn't do. We were announced in the room. I don't know if you want to know that, but it is just unbelievable. The Starbucks, the lumber liquidators. I mean, those I didn't take, but again, these guys are in it. And that's why I do what I do. I'm here to supply the information and then just fade away into some sort of, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, fade away into the azure, fade away into the quagmire of illusion and just arise above it all and become my warlocky self and then float around the universe looking to save people. That's what I'm going to do. What the hell am I What the hell am I talking about right now? What the hell am I talking about? I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about right now. But guess what? Another fantastic day. And again, I'm about to give back 90% of it, of course, when this PAN-W option trade doesn't work out. But again, that's my psychosis. That's my problem. I wouldn't do it. Again, I'm telling you, I just hate that stock. I hate that sector. And I hate this stock market. And that's why I'm doing that trade. No other reason. None. By the way, that GE trade was sick. I don't know if he's still around. Just unbelievable stuff. Anyway, so what was I going to say now? I don't know. I think that was enough. I mean, these trades, it's really just not being. First of all, you know what my attitude is about this right now? The last thing I want to do is trade, right? The last thing I want to do is put on any trades. But if a trade shows up that I know has worked 80% of the time in the past, I'll trade it. And that's it. I never have, every morning I say the same thing. I have no intentions of doing any trades, but oh wait, here comes one. And you got to be focused. So for me, getting pissed off is my default. I'm in here. I'm angry. I'm in a fight. You want your adrenaline up. You want to be ready to punch somebody in the face. You want to be ready to be punched. But then you let that all go at the end of the day. I got nothing to worry about. Well, today I got something to worry about, but just trade. By the way, this MIK is still going down. Just trade. You never have to be anxious to be a trader. You should never want to put a day trade on. That's the attitude. Unless you're getting a VWAP range break and you know those work 80% of the time. So those are the ones you take. So what's great about the way I teach and what I do, right, is that you're getting disciplined by default through osmosis. I'm sending the discipline vibes your way. Because if you're only taking a specific variety of trades, you are then discipline implied because you're being disciplined. Because you're only looking for certain trades. And if those trades don't work, quickly punch out. And the ones that work, you milk. All right? I'll see you. And if you want to sign up, again, $350. It's a fart. It's 1 day's pay. $350. We're gonna spend 5 hours crunching charts. I'll be taking questions, and then you'll get the end all of September to hang out with me, and then probably 2 weeks in October because I'm going to be doing a seminar in San Diego for 2 days, and I'm going to be in Vegas. So you get those extra days back. Bottom line is you're going to get your money's worth, or go pay this woman $25,000 for her 5-day mentorship class. I don't want to get completely graphic and whip out my junk right now, but if my junk's not involved, I ain't paying 25 grand for anybody's mentorship program because there needs to be a lot more than just looking at charts for $25,000 for the week. Now, I'm not bullshitting you. There's a person out there. I don't want to throw them under the bus completely, but there's a person out there charging 25 grand for a week. I mean, I probably have an email right now somewhere, somebody asking me for money because about how smart they are. I guarantee it. Try to find one for you. Here, wait. I guarantee it, right? Probably the first one I see. All right, yeah, trade ideas. They're on me every 3 days. Yeah, I need trade ideas, right? Yeah, trade ideas. I don't have enough ideas myself. Trade your short 5K into 1 million in 5 years. Let me show you how to turn $5,000 into 1 million in 5 years. Just right there, you know that's a scam, right? When they're giving you, or my favorite ones are the ones where they say, we'll show you how we made $36,758 on this trade. You're going to teach me how to make exactly $36,758? What if could I make $32,000? Because I would take that also. How about $39,000? $36,758? Wow. Phenomenal.
I get 75 emails about how smart everybody is. Incredible. Trade your charts again. Here you go. This guy, Eric something or other. He's going to show me. Chuck's going to show me how to trade also. Dan's going to show me how to trade. And you know what all these people want? Money up front. Nobody's willing to help me out of the kindness of their heart. And I offered to pay twice the fee if you would just help me for a couple of weeks. And they don't want to take that. All right. By the way, Coop probably going to go to 145 again. But who cares? Have a nice day. And I'll see you at 4 o'clock because you could all watch my face as it falls when PanW is up like 39% in the aftermarket today. Because gambling on options reports is the dumbest trade you'll ever take.